time I step outside my front door this time of year, I'm so pleased to see colorful flower blooms and thriving wildlife. I mean, look at this adorable flock of baby geese that I saw the other day. They inspire me to create art pieces that reflect that same sense of sweetness and whimsy. This weekend, we will be embracing the magic of spring with days full of creativity, nature, and sweet treats.
Spring has sprung, and I can't wait to share with you all of the wonderful ways that I will be celebrating. From decorating my house with fresh flowers to sewing charming springtime accessories, I really want to make the most of this beautiful time of year. To kick off the weekend, I am going to jump straight into sewing. I have plans to make some adorable oven mitts as well as a matching tote bag or two, perfect for springtime adventures. Speaking of springtime adventures, I believe that it is essential to get outside and enjoy the beauty that Earth has to offer this time of year. I want to go for a walk, wear one of my handmade dresses, and maybe even have a little picnic outside. So grab a cup of tea, get cozy, and join me for a weekend of springtime sewing and inspiration.
To make oven mitts heat safe, you need to use several layers of fabric. I like to use insulating thermal lining, wool felt, and a decorative cotton for the outside and oven mitt lining. This adorable mouse fabric caught my eye online via a very well-targeted ad from Joann Fabrics. The first step is to quilt across all of the layers of fabric minus the cotton lining. I used a water-soluble marker to trace out lines 1 inch apart. This part can be finicky due to the thickness of the fabric, so go slow and try out different stitch lengths, tension, and so on. To create this pattern, I just traced an existing oven mitt, and I think it worked out really well. I made sure to cut out mirroring pieces for the glove, and I also made a pot holder off camera, and this was just a square with slightly rounded corners. I carefully sewed the quilted glove pieces together, leaving the top edge open. I did the same to the lining, and then I inserted the lining into the outer layer with wrong sides together. Lastly, I just sewed some bias tape around the top edge and all around the pot holder. You can leave a couple of inches of bias tape at the end and then loop it around and fold it down to create loops to hang the mitts from. Now let's try these out and bake a fresh batch of cookies.
Just a dream, just all in my head. Floating rivers upstream, the things that you said. Tell me and be honest. Tell me, did you know that you would be leaving me just like the winter's snow? Tell me and be honest. Tell me, should I've known quiet and slow? I try my best to move on, to let go. They say time is a healer, just you wait and see.
been a long morning of sewing, and as much as I love it, it is pretty tiring and stressful and not as easy and calming as it may look. And if you sew, I'm sure you know what I mean. I'm just going to enjoy my coffee here while I reflect on the oven mitt project and talk about my upcoming project, which hopefully I will be able to finish by the end of today. I think that the oven mitts turned out very, very cute. The fabric was a little too thick for my machine, and I was kind of struggling to not get rippling between the quilting lines. So I forego the diamond pattern that I originally wanted and just went with diagonal lines going in one direction. But I do think that it looks fine, and I am very happy with the final outcome of the project. Next up are just to make some simple lined matching tote bags, and I'm going to put some pockets, and I have this little cream lace trim that I would like to incorporate as well. So after I have my cup of coffee, we'll get into that.
So for this tote bag pattern, I pretty much just followed a tutorial and added a couple of small details. The first thing I added was this pocket. I kept it very simple and added it to the inside of the lining. The other detail that I added was some lace trim around the edge, which I already mentioned, and you'll see it at the end here. But I'm just going to let you enjoy the music and the sewing montage until then. At this point in the project, I was so satisfied with everything, and I just added this little bit of trim right along the bottom stitch line here. I'll link the pattern below. It's by Rosary Apparel on YouTube. I'm pretty sure these are the cutest tote bags I have ever made. Let's take one out for an adventure.